The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy who's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
First down, Alexander. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Alexander. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Alexander, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's 3-0 Washington.
3, Cardinals 0.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads him out.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down at
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins.
Murray's pass. Complete to DeAndre Hopkins.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Murray's pass. Incomplete from the contact.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Well, a big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Alexander. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Gerald Everett.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Higgins. That's good for Washington.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league.
Under a heavy run. rush, and down he goes. Isaiah Simmons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
34-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Alexander. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Third down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Alexander looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
Number 20.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 1st downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 9, Murray eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number 1.
Arizona.
First down, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Murray's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Murray's pass.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to the air on 2nd down. Alexander. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Alexander. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Looking to throw. Alexander. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's taken down inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Alexander. Open man here. Sims complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Under pressure, and he'll go down. and sacked back at the 31. Justin Madubuike. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete.
Alexander.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 13.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Alexander. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Alexander's pass intercepted.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Chase Young on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
Geis with a carry on second down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins.
Murray's pass.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Murray, flush to his right. He'll try and run it, and he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first. On the scoreboard, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. will begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Daniel Jones, as sharp as you can be throwing the football, 6 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. 24-21, the final score. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Cardinals take over first and 10.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. On first down, it's Taylor. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
But he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. From the gun, Murray.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A superb